Yeah, completely agree with that. Stanislaw is a huge loss for Optic, but we'll have to see if they can get it done. You know, this is the first game of the tournament, and this is where Astralis could be a little bit weak, could be a little bit vulnerable, but starting off this pistol round, it's going to be two very quick headshots coming through for the Danes. And just like that, Optic on the back foot. They are going to be snaking their way through on Ivy with the bomb in hand. dupreeh missing a whole bunch of bullets, but the rest of his team cleaning up. Solid first round.
A little bit further back, dupreeh's probably going to be the first point of contact when it comes to this execution, as they will start to peek out a little bit towards it now. dupreeh spotting Naf early on there, so that's their first glimpse of an opponent. But Optic's still trying to form up for this one, as they don't go directly in towards T-Con. They're actually going to loop three of these guys, bypassing T-Con entirely, and just going to swing over towards Ivy again and see if they can make an entry there.
Yeah, two players still stacked in pop as well, so it looks like we are going to see a two-pronged attack. Just the two players on the site itself, although Kirby is holding Ivy from the right-hand side from the CT's perspective. 35 seconds left. Optic needing desperately to get that first pick, and it's not going to go their way. Kirby with one does get traded out, but the information now comes across. The Tech-9s are cleaning house, though, and although Rush and Tarek are low, they could still get on this site. 20 seconds to play with, though.
Yeah, and we're going to see Rush making up not one, but two kills as well from the backside over there towards T-Con. So all of a sudden, it's all come down to Device in the 1v3. He's got some of them low. There's the first kill. That's the bomb, too. Keep in mind the timer at this current point in time. But Device is cornered. There's no
Optic. They should have this one. Through the smoke on the catwalk will be Tarek just lurking in the shadows. And again, you can see that Kirby is like a headless chicken, back and forth through connector. Desperate for some information. About to find out the Tarek, and the flick is on. Device and Zipex both coming in with kills. Back to all even. 40 seconds left.
So Tarek there just didn't seem like he had the confidence to actually push out beyond that smoke. That or it was a little bit further, there was a little bit closer to him than he would have liked in that occurrence. So now all of a sudden, as you mentioned, the tables have turned, and now it's in the favor of Astralis. Device chimes in, picks Hiko off as he tries to push directly out onto the bomb site. Now Rush does have a killer flank working against these guys right now, but at the same time, Mixwell's alone at 34 HP, and he needs to get himself to the bomb train. He's going to sneak in a kill. Here's the flank from Rush. Two more, and now it's down to Zipex, all alone in a 1v2 and only 18 HP to work with. You should be able to hear Mixwell here on the other side of the bomb train, not expecting the peak, fully committed to his own investigation over here towards the tunnels themselves, but he's gotten all the way up here without being seen. That may have changed right now, though. As he moves up, he's just going to hop right on the bomb to see if he can bait anyone from the Optic side out. It's not going to happen. Does work out now, but Rush had blinded himself. Doesn't seem to matter, though. Mixwell comes in from the back Optic. In the past, we haven't really seen them become a team that's been wanting to play things very close down to that, 20 or 30 execution timer. But there's going to be the first kill. It's in Astralis' favor as they catch Mixwell trying to work his way out. Meanwhile, over here on the inner bomb site, too, they've destroyed Naf. The bomb is still sitting at an in-between point, so it didn't even really seem like they had decided on where they wanted to take this towards. But they're getting torn apart right now. Another kill on inner completely destroys that hit. Now they're down to a 2v5. Rush sneaking in, though, gets away with murder on these two kills. Glaive and dupreeh both getting knocked back out. Device push with double molly inside of T. Or Z, excuse me. So he's going to get pushed back pretty far in here. But thankfully, Zipex is in there. He won't be able to stop the bomb from going onto the ground. But he does take down another one of these players. So it's up to Rush. Stuck in heaven right now. Not sure if they've realized that he's playing from this position, but Rush looking every which way he can to try and figure this out. He's been spotted by Kirby, though, so now he's going to be cornered. They've got him blocked in. If he can clutch to him, incredible! 2 headshots from Rush, looking for one more here against Zipex, but he's at 2 HP, trying to delay this for as long as he can. It would be the ace if he could do it, but it's not going to happen here. Zipex, he's chimed in for a second kill now. Tarek pushing in, and they continue to decimate everybody on Astralis. The aggression working out beautifully, but it does take its toll. Nades and, through the result of a lot of these 1v1s, they've been brought down very low, and okay, there we go. Tarek just leaping right into the face of Device accidentally there. So this goes even, back down into a 2v2, and they will pull the bomb out of the site.
Oh, Device, patience proving to be a virtue, waiting on the other side of the smoke to Naf. And we'll get that kill. Mixwell has the bomb. It's an advantage going his way. However, his health not looking too great. Looking quite grim, in fact. We'll get the plant, though, so he's going to keep that funds ticking forwards, and now with the AWP, all it takes is a couple of shots, and he could be moving out of this round at a 6-2 with Astralis completely money screwed. And they are taking a while to get into this one. The smoke is going to keep Zipex at bay, waiting for his partner in crime to join him. And Mixwell is maybe positioned to pull off something truly special.
They do. Oh, Mixwell. He had that shot, but he crosses to the right at the last moment and ends up going through the train. So that kills one of his potential kills right there. However, he's going to lean into this one. The Astralis guys split back up. Time's getting low, but that missed shot is going to cost the guys on Optic quite dearly. Device with this kit. Pretty sure he's got this defuse, and this should allow them to get up to a third round. Astralis will be holding quite a few close angles, so it's going to be fast contact going into the outer bomb site. dupreeh sitting up on top of the blue train, And over here on the other side of the E-box, you've got Glaive waiting as well. So there's a good support system set up, and it might prove to be a little bit rough. Molotov going into T-Con, that's going to hold back Optic for a couple of extra moments, but this is all a ruse, keep in mind. As you can see, the bomb is actually shifting its way through the White Halls, working itself over towards B. Xyp9x doesn't even realize that there's an opponent sitting above him either, but they do find the first entry on A, so it might sell it, and it did. Xyp9x walks right out. It's a free kill for Tarek, and that's B site control.
Again, it's just a case of the early trades going the way of Optic, and the House of Cards come crumbling down for Astralis. They have Glaive in connector and Device, who is already in position to maybe try and save this AWP, darting through Ivy into Alley. Incredibly rough scenes there. I mean, Dupree threw in the molly and the flashbang that instantly stopped the team A, and it wasted a few nades, but as he said, it was all a fake. It was all towards us with a similar sort of smoke setup as this, so Astralis can't over-rotate just yet. There's also going to be Tarek who's going to go out on the B site, and the 1-for-1 trade does come through, but Optic surely are the favourites to take this round. I say that, but in actual fact, they've lost another 2 players. Rush and Nafly have it all to do with 20 seconds left. Can they pick up this clutch? It's looking less and less likely as time goes by. Nafly, with a bomb dropped on the site and 3 separate locations to watch out for, is going to get picked on the cross. And Astralis, with another force, have just about... That's what Astralis have done. They've edged ahead. If they win this pistol, they're going to be in great shape, because their T-half can be very much a formidable sight to behold.
All right, so let's get back into it. Immediately into the second half here now, when Astralis going for a fast execute here to the A bomb site. Rush behind the train stopper. He's got himself a beautiful lineup against these players if he can execute. Already 2 frags, looking for a third. He's got to dip back for the reload, but now the cavalry's here. Rush chiming in for the 4th, and possibly the ace on the cusp of this one, if he could take down Device as well. He's once again shown a big time.
As well, but yeah, they just want to save up for that AWP and allow Mixwell to try and tee off on the CT side.
Oh my god!
For Mixwell, though, 2 of them come in. It probably won't be enough, but it looked good.
They forced his hand, and, well, they pay the price. However, Rush is going to sneak out, finding one more. Keep in mind, Kirby at 1 HP, Xyp9x at 25. They're both one-shottable. Oh my god! Rush just saw Kirby there for a second. The Z player, I think, no, he's going back into the B bomb site, actually, so he's still here. And as we can see, Kirby really just wasting Rush's time, but on the fallback, he loses his life. Now it's a 1v1 to close it back out again. Xyp9x, though, falling back. He does not have the Molotov, so he cannot safely stay tucked away here. But on the counter end of things, Rush doesn't have a kit, so he's got to be pretty quick to move up to the bomb site himself, try and start this defuse.
How are we even in this position where this clutch could be a possibility? Xyp9x planting the bomb and then actually going the wrong side. So he doesn't have that early peek, and for all he knows, Rush was holding down on the defuse. Fortunately for him, he wasn't.
Into a kill for Dupree. Higo's going to have to be fast on the rotate himself here, but now it's turning the other way here, as we do see Mixwell and Naf chiming in for 2 more kills. They're fighting it back after all. Rush up in heaven, they've seen that, but all they have control of right now is like E-box in the ladder room. Device is trying to fight back a bit more over there towards the sandwich, but Glaive, he's given this up entirely. He's fallen back. You can see Device just getting overwhelmed there by Naf, and I think one other player from Optic, and that's it. Again, they're going to brute force their way back into the retake here, and they will get control to take the lead.
It's just 1 player falls as well, and we already discussed at that stage, you're looking at maybe if they lose 13-11 into an eco. So instead, this half-buy affords them a real glimmer of hope in this rally. They've got deagles across the board. These definitely can work. But if not, they fall back into a force by the next one. But there's Dupree with the opening pick with this deagle, and a second one onto Tarek. He's picked up the M4, and this round is back on.
Yeah, so now we can see Rush still up in heaven, though, and he's going to be quite a menace for these players, even with the deagle sneaking its way back in. Dupree, though, now armed with a rifle, but he's going to be put down by Mixwell before he can do any more harm. Device trying to lurk around here and put a stop to Rush as well, as he's been quite a problem. And there we go, the perfect lineup from him. It's down to Mixwell to clutch it out. He's been put in 2 1v2s before this, and he's lost both of them. But maybe he can clutch this one out if there was any chance he would have had. This is certainly his best one yet.
Sure is, and he's been performing solidly. He's missed quite a few big shots, but he's also picked up 22 frags with 2 assists. The guy is not slouching just yet. The bomb going to go to B. This is brutal for Astralis, but Mixwell misses the spray. Device has the Tech 9, able to try and force his way to the site. They look for that kind of a fake, but Kirby now in a 1-on-1, and now the chip's certainly stacked in Mixwell's favour.
Smart way for Mixwell to play that out again. Doesn't take an unneeded risk. He just deploys the Molotov, gets him into the open where he knows he's going to have the advantage, and takes him down. And oh, he's got to turn around. Kirby's about to flank him from the backside. Try and contest this. They're moving in towards it, but it's going to be rough with smokes and everything else already being applied. And Astralis, very secure in their post-plant positions already.
Astralis with a plant, yeah, and as you highlighted, Optic, no, they don't want any part of this, but they could have a wild Glaive appearing who's going to try and take these weapons away. They line up, and Glaive gets them both. Oh, the nightmare Optic wanted to save. They wanted that next buy. They get wrecked. The pause comes in. Now we'll start to be in a bit of desperation mode. They need to get their hands back on that bomb.
dupreeh has got to be the player to make a move here. Naf overextends a little bit. dupreeh, again, the timing works out beautifully for Hiko when he chooses to check back over there in that tunnel. So he will be able to take down dupreeh. It's another 2v2 to figure out who's going to be, controlling a very important round. And Mixwell with the leg against Glaive. He has him in the open and he misses his chance. He knows he hit that though, so he's going to trade up for the rifle now for the redeployment here. He's got Hiko with him on the other side, leading him from the Ivy tunnel. And Xyp9x in the meantime is wrapped all the way over towards T-Con. He's going to redeploy inside to help out his teammate here a little bit, but this is a lot of control going by the way of Optic. Thankfully, the bomb is on their side, but they saved one of their smokes, so they can use this. Mixwell even finding Glaive through it. It's come down to Xyp9x again to clutch, but look at how slowly he's moving back in. Is this fast enough? It is to stop the defuse, and now Hiko, he's going to panic defuse, and it doesn't work out. Xyp9x comes out again and again with these clutches. It's a big 4K
it's looking
for
like
him.
This very much laboured map of CS is going to go the way of Astralis. Mixwell on the site and Hiko, last two remaining CTs. Bomb is going to get planted. In actual fact, Mixwell does get 2 kills, so he's opened this back up for Hiko to maybe pull off a huge clutch, but the max 7 is all that he has. He's been spotted, and it's only a matter of time before he gets fragged.
Yeah, Hiko just being whittled down one by one. At the end of the day, Xyp9x, again, very fitting that he would end up with a 4K again on the final round and get the final kill itself. So Xyp9x showing a big time here.